Hey y'all, Raw Motivations here. My name is Ben Taylor. I'm a self-aware narcissist on this platform, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and I'm on here to talk about narcissism. I'm on here to be able to say how it's destructive, how it destroys so many lives, how it hurts so many people, and also to try to provide people who have been in narcissistic abusive relationships to have awareness, growth, healing, and change. Do that daily by meeting with people one-on-one to try to be able to help them get out of the trauma bond, work through the detox phase, and set up a new vision and clarity of where they're going to go, how they're going to set their boundaries, what habits they're going to put in place to live a healthy, happy life. And we do this every single day talking to people, do this every single week with having exclusive lives in our NARC app. NARC, you can find on Google and on Apple. Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Community, NARC. Just type that in and be able to download that. There's a community there of like-minded people that are focusing on recording their truth, tracking their no contact, asking questions in a safe environment, and signing up for coaching, signing up for classes, signing up for coaching that happens once a month with everybody on there on a Zoom where you can interact with people, where you can ask questions. We're really excited about that and developing that community. I'm on this platform for those 4 reasons: awareness, growth, healing, and change. And a lot of times people, when they think about narcissism, they think about, someone just being, a really great person, like grandiose and like all the extra stuff. Like they're so into themselves. They have a lot of like self, like all it is just like selfish. There's all this type of like selfies and like everything that's going on. And there becomes like a lot of muddied waters about what narcissism is and what narcissism isn't. Now, I've done videos on like what's narcissism defined and all that kind of stuff, but I wanted to share a little bit of narcissism fiction and facts, okay? Because a lot of these I think might actually surprise you. So this is actually from the book that I'm going through right now, which is called The Narcissist in Your Life by Julie Hall. And she's got here 25 fiction and 25 facts about narcissists. Let's see how many of these actually make sense, or how many of these you kind of pick up on. All right, so fiction. Here are some ideas about pathological narcissism that are false and potentially dangerous. Number 1, that's false. The roots of narcissism are vanity and self-love. Number 2, being a narcissist means you're charming, smart, good-looking, and or successful. Number 3, only men are narcissists. Number 4, narcissists are by nature great lovers. Number 5, narcissists are masterminds with superior powers. Number 6, narcissists can be cured by the right empath's love. My narcissistic boyfriend/girlfriend will change for me. Number 8, if I make myself vulnerable, my narcissistic parent, partner, and friend will trust me and open up. Number 9, narcissists are evil geniuses who conceal themselves behind a charming exterior. Number 10, narcissists really do care, but they just don't know how to show it. Number 11, narcissists just need to learn humility. Number 12, narcissists will respond to reason. Number 13, narcissists make great leaders. Number 14, narcissists are always scheming and looking for victims. Number 15, all therapists understand narcissism and how to treat narcissistic abuse trauma. Number 16, narcissists cleverly hide their true identities. Number 17, narcissists know they're narcissists. Number 18, narcissists choose to be narcissistic. Number 19, underneath it all, narcissists really do love their families and want the best for them. Number 20, narcissists are obvious to spot. Number 21, if I leave my narcissistic spouse, the legal system will protect my kids and me. Number 22, social media can make you a narcissist. Number 23, narcissists don't have feelings. Number 24, narcissism is untreatable. Number 25, we are all narcissists. And those are all what the book has down as false statements. So all of those statements that I just read, all 25 of those are saying that it is false statements about narcissists. Any of those kind of like spark your interest, or like, wait a second, how does that make sense? Some of them, might be pretty obvious. Some of them might be definitely out there. Obviously, we know like there's more than just men that are narcissists. There's women. You have borderline, histrionic, all that type of stuff too. I think one of the first ones is the roots of narcissism are vanity and self-love, and that could be farther from the truth. A lot of times people think like, oh, like a narcissist is just all self-absorbed and it's all about like loving themselves, and that has nothing to do with it. It has to do with shame and guilt underlying that, and it appears that way. as far as like the grandiose, the entitlement, the ego, all that type of stuff. But in reality, they don't love themselves. And if they love themselves, then they actually work on themselves. They actually try to get help, try to get healing, but they don't, because they don't care to be able to work on themselves. A couple other things that were pretty interesting as we were going through. Here is narcissists can be cured by the right empath's love, or that they'll change for another person. Narcissists aren't doing that. Narcissists aren't going to change just for another person. They're not going to be healed by someone's love. And any type of healing or any type of change or behavior that you see that's modified here is just a short little kind of just spurt of change behavior. But it's not going to last, because it has to come from them. If it's not going to come from them, it's not going to stick. It's not going to stay. A lot of times people think like narcissists, they just need to learn humility, they need to respond to reason. Like all those things do not connect with the narcissist. This one right here, it's a big one. Number 19, underneath it all, narcissists really do love their families and want the best for them. A lot of people think this. A lot of people believe what they originally saw, that first person they saw. The love bombing person, the person who was future faking, the person that was grooming them to be stuck. That person they think, wow, they really did love. They just had all the stuff that popped up. In reality, it's not true. All right, so let's talk about facts. Again, we're not doing the diagnosis. We're not doing the 9 things. Go check out Narcissism Defined. But we're doing the facts of it. Okay, so here's, in this book again, it says, here are some of the stark facts about narcissists that everyone should know. Listen up. Here we go. Number 1, narcissistic personality disorder is a pathological and debilitating condition. Number 2, people with narcissistic personality disorder lack a stable sense of identity and self-esteem. Number 3, narcissists have an unrealistic view of people and relationships. Number 4, narcissists have very limited to no emotional empathy for others, including family members. Number 5, narcissism is a coping mechanism based on shame. Number 6, although some narcissists have the drive to become leaders, they do not operate for the greater good and tend not to support democracy. Number 7, narcissists habitually project their feelings onto others. Number 8, narcissists are no smarter than anyone else. Number 9, people with narcissistic personality disorder are ruled by self-doubt and shame, but hide those feelings from themselves and others. Number 10, the narcissist's grandiosity and superiority are fragile defenses. Number 11, narcissists typically lack self-awareness and avoid introspection. Number 12, narcissistic personality disorder begins to form in early childhood. Number 13, many of the world's most brutal dictators are malignant narcissists. Number 14, sadistic narcissists enjoy causing suffering and have no remorse. Number 15, although narcissists can be quite calculating, they are primarily driven by unconscious emotions. Number 16, narcissists may realize they are narcissistic, but they usually interpret that in the way of being special, not as a set of problems stemming from low self-esteem. Number 17, some therapists do not understand narcissistic abuse and the complex trauma around it. Number 18, narcissists often behave monstrously but are disturbed people, not monsters. Number 19, narcissists view vulnerability as weakness. Number 20, if narcissists are not feeling threatened, they may be enjoyable to be around. Number 21, narcissistic personality disorder occurs in both men and women, but is more common in men. Number 22, narcissists do not treat others as they expect to be treated. Number 23, narcissists lack moral integrity. Number 24, narcissists feel justified when they hurt others. And number 25, narcissists are incapable of unconditional love. How did that sit with you? So these are like the facts about narcissists and about narcissistic personality disorder. There's a lot of things that are definitely stick out. You know, the grandiosity and superiority are fragile defenses. They definitely are. But for a narcissist, they're constantly throwing that up. They're constantly putting that there to try to be able to devalue others so they feel better about themselves. It talked about how it's like filled with shame, like underneath. The other one I wanted to bring up was... Oh, I lost my place. Number 19, narcissists view vulnerability as weakness. That's so true. So true. I've done videos about vulnerability and like why I hate vulnerability, things like that, because vulnerability is so hard for a narcissist to tap into, because it takes that self-reflection, it takes that self-awareness, and it takes the fact that you have to be able to say, hey, this is where I am. Like, this is the shit that I've done. And if you can't acknowledge that, if you can't admit where you are, there's no place to be able to go from there. I think another one that's really key for a lot of people is narcissists do not treat others as they expect to be treated. The hypocritical mindset, the idea of like, hey, do as I say but not as I do. I can go cheat, but you can't cheat on me. Like, all this different type of stuff that adds up for narcissists is they're very hypocritical. And then the other one, 23, narcissists lack moral integrity. Because a lot of people struggle with this. They struggle with the idea of like, how could they hurt me? How could they hurt someone who loved them? How could they hurt a good person? Well, that's going off the same line that you expect them to have that moral integrity, saying, hey, that's a good person, I'm not going to hurt them. A narcissist doesn't do that. A narcissist doesn't look at that. They don't look and say, that's a good person and that's a bad person. They say, that's a person to serve me. That's a person to serve me. I'm entitled to you. And I'm entitled to what you give me.